Middle of the Pack podcast.
So I kind of jumped on board then as well and just kind of went, yeah, I go for a run as well.
The two of you on the treadmill together?
No, that would have been an interesting one. No, I went out.
Welcome to episode 38 of the Middle of the Pack podcast. And there you heard Owen Wright talking a little bit about a part of his running journey, an interesting part. But on today's podcast, Owen is talking about his journey to Cork. The first of our kind of regular guests now as we build up to the Cork Marathon, talking about his running journey, talking about fundraising for the Cork Marathon and all that taking part in a marathon involves. So we start off, as always, chatting to Owen and asking him about how his running journey started. Welcome to episode 38 of the Middle of the Pack podcast.
I suppose in 2019, between 2019, we would have been a year off the cigarettes, the two of us.
Very good.
So we both ran it. I remember I was over 30 minutes, ran it in a pair of tracksuit pants. I still have the video of me crossing the finish line, and then we kind of didn't do any more. It was one and done at that stage. I don't think we even booked anything after that.
Did you go from, did you do a training, a couch to 5K, or did you just go on
No, we didn't. I think I was running in Under Armours at that stage. So I used the Under Armour app. It had a training app in it. So I used that. I honestly couldn't tell you what I used. I think I had a Samsung watch. I'm not sure. I think Faye had I think she had a Fitbit, what I can remember. So we were just, But that was, as you say, that was that. We went to having babies then. So Nathan came along 2020. So we were in the thick of COVID at that stage. So we were probably the only runners that didn't start running in COVID. We started beforehand and then stopped for COVID. And then 3 years ago, 3.5 now, nearly 4, Faye was pregnant with Alex, our second boy, and she had gestational diabetes.
Okay.
So it's diabetes that you get when you're pregnant. Walking is great for it. So I said, look, we'll pick up a second-hand treadmill, stick it what's now the lad's toy room, just a room off the kitchen, and she could walk away on that in the evenings because obviously it's miserable out every night, so you don't get much time to go walking in the middle of winter, and especially as a pregnant woman. So we had that. Alex was born, and within 2 months, Faye had decided to just jump up and start running. So Alex would be asleep in the pram or the cot or whatever, and Faye'd get up and go for a run. So I kind of jumped on board then as well and just kind of went, yeah, I'll go for a run as well.
The two of you on the treadmill together?
No, that would have been an interesting one. No, I went out. Faye stayed here with the small fella, and I went and hit the roads. So yeah, I think our first run back that time again was Buin. I think we did Cork City 10 miler, which would have been the last time it was a 10 miler.
Okay.
And then Cork City 10K, which would have been the first year that the 10K had come in on the marathon day. So that was kind of our lead up to, and then Faye started doing park runs on a Saturday and Sunday, met with Rory O'Hagan and his sister, and kind of got to know them and got friendly with them. And she joined Watergrass Hill then, and I just again kind of tagged along. I just joined up with Watergrass Hill then as well. I got to know a few of them obviously through running with Faye and going to races with Faye, and got on with everybody I met in the club. So I joined then as well and enjoyed it. I still enjoy it.
So you went then. So was joining Watergrass Hill then the kind of impetus in making you more serious as such.
Yeah, I suppose when you're in a club, you have people to ask, and you can learn things like it's. I often remember somebody saying about playing darts in the pubs years ago, and they said like the people you need to go play people are the people better than you.
Yeah,
You need to be forced the whole time. So like running with people that are that are more experienced, and of course an awful lot of them are like their training plans would have been better at that time because everybody would know what they were doing. Whereas Faye and myself kind of came in and like my running plan half the time was go out and run as fast as I can. So like last night I did it in 26 minutes. Tonight I have to do it in 25 and a half
yeah,
minutes for my 5K. Like it was go out every night and be faster. And like it, you look back now and kind of go, yeah, yeah, like, but like I just didn't know. So like you learn from other runners then that will point you in the direction of even websites or podcasts or YouTube channels that you can learn stuff, and then you learn more and more and more and figure out the right way around it. And coaches like Jesus, I would never have kind of went like I think you said it last week yourself. I'm never going to win a race. I'm never even like I'm never even going to place in my age category. Do you know, like in your head, then you're kind of going, why would I have a coach? Why
yeah.
would I even think? Why would I even think about getting a coach? Like, but like having a coach is a game changer. To be fair, it just even for the simple things of somebody watching you, somebody being accountable to, and just putting you through the correct like the coaches just know from experience and being great runners themselves, and obviously training so many people down through the years that they can just almost just see in a race. Like my coach Barton, I was in school with, I grew up with, I played rugby with him, and like he saw me, he would have been seeing me running and stuff like that. So when he took me on for, I asked him to do coach for the year before, to him coach for 2 years ago. Churchtown, sorry, not Coachford. Churchtown, 10 miler. And I wanted a sub 70. So he took me on for that. And yeah, like it was fabulous. Like it's
It
just
it is a game changer, isn't it, when you take on
yeah,
someone that knows. Well, not that we didn't know, but I was kind of smiling to myself. I was exactly the same. I was trying to go, from 34 minutes, trying to get it down to 33 minutes to trying to break 30, and you're just going gung ho every time you go out.
yeah, yeah. It's like slow running. I'm still trying to get my head around it. I'm still trying to get myself to run slower. It's like
You
it's
can come
just
out for a run with me, and then you'll have to run slow.
anytime.
But you're doing the Cork. You did the Cork Marathon last year, didn't you? Because we were
Yeah.
both on the same kind of, not necessarily pace, but we were on the same sort of schedule. And
Yes.
then,
Yeah. On the same days. Yeah.
and are you doing the same thing this year now? You're doing Cork the full marathon.
I'm doing full. Yeah. Slightly different this year. It's
What's different? The route or your plan?
my pace will be slightly different this year.
Are you going slower
The
or
old,
faster?
I will be going slower. I will
Oh,
be going
really?
slower. Well, I started this year with the intention of about a 3:15, 3:20, and I did that run the night, run the dark,
Yeah.
one down the marina, and yeah, I had a hamstring issue after that. So I spent a couple of weeks, if not a month plus, with Patrick from the Running Buddy app.
Yeah.
He has
He's a
a
physio.
physiotherapist, yeah, yeah, and he's based here in Carricktool, where I live. So I went to him for a couple of weeks, and it was kind of he was, yeah, getting me back. even just running, like I was out for a run one evening, and I was struggling to get the 5K.
So it was a
Um,
fairly serious hamstring then, was it?
the first day afterwards, or the first time I went for a run after it, I was to do a 10 miler, yeah, a Sunday, and I think I didn't even get a kilometer before I had to pull up with the pain in my leg. I could barely walk home. Every now and again, I kind of try and go, but just it was. No, I don't think it wasn't as bad as it sounds there, because Patrick wasn't that worried about it. It was just strength conditioning, rest, and just really had to listen to him to bring it back. I suppose, like all runners, I probably didn't listen enough, but I think I did just about enough, whereas I should have been doing more.
Yeah,
If you understand what I'm saying,
yeah.
if I if I if I had done more, I probably would have been back faster. But I did just about enough to
But
get me back, and that's me all over, unfortunately.
but physios are amazing. Like you think, or
Yeah,
I one thinks that like you're knackered here and never going to run again, and they just don't get at all panicked, and they go, you just need to do a few glute bridges and a few blah
yeah,
blah blah,
yeah.
and a few
And it and
RDLs.
it
And tell me,
yes,
you're
feels like that.
yourself and Faye are doing fundraising for the marathon this year. Then, even though you're not going
We
full time, but you're going to finish it.
that's my plan. A, B, C, and D this year is finish. I think the reason I got the ticket first day was almost FOMO, of fear of missing out. And Orla my aunt had asked us, well, got in contact with Faye to ask her, would we fundraise? So her uncle had gone to France on business, and on his way home on the ferry had passed away,
Mm,
just on the English side. So he then had to be returned to England, and Orla and her husband Paul and Finbar's family had to deal with the English authorities, and Orla, it is a write up on my GoFundMe. It was written by Orla for me to put up there, and it was saying that it was very impersonal when they were dealing with the English authorities.
yeah,
As I can totally understand they're doing it 7 days a week. They don't really have the chance to be that personal about it, but it was like case number, and then it was just very impersonal. Whereas then she got on to, sorry, no, Kevin Bell Foundation. So it's the
yeah.
Kevin Bell Foundation Trust. It's Kevin Bell Repatriation Trust, and she said just straight away it was it was Finbar, it was Uncle Finbar, it just became personal. It became they took him as a person, as a loved one,
Yeah,
rather than just, as I say, just a case number, which made a huge difference straight away to Orla and Paul and the rest of the family, because I suppose it just makes it easier then. So the only thing that Kevin Bell Trust ask you to do, or ask of you, if at all possible, is for you to fundraise.
okay.
So that's why Orla asked Faye to ask the two of us, would we run something for it? So Faye is doing the 10K on marathon day, and I will be doing the full marathon. We're
S-
hoping to raise as much as possible.
So you can send me the link and I can put it in the notes,
Perfect.
and
Thank you.
we can hope that that sounds like a. Yeah, we had somebody on. I don't know if you heard her. She's doing the London Marathon in Wellies, and for the same reason now she had a trust or a fund. She was fundraising
Mm,
for them, and it's sometimes these organisations go under the radar, and we don't know
mm.
until we're actually in the middle of it. And it sounds
Yeah,
like they were like angels
yeah.
for them.
And it's exactly what my aunt said. She said, like, this is a trust. This is a group of people that you you don't know till the day that you need them. And
Yeah.
like as she said, she hopes nobody ever needs them,
I didn't realize
but
that if
they are there.
I didn't realize that if you were on the boat home and you died in
Yeah.
the other waters that you're then,
You're in English territory.
is it the same if you were in French territory then as well?
Yeah,
You'd have to.
yeah.
That's
As far as I know from what happened, yes.
okay, but they
But
obviously got him back and were able to do the funerals here and
yeah,
everything.
yeah, 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 yeah,
And
yeah.
that
But
was
it's a lot of paperwork and it's a lot of hard work as far as I know. Yeah.
so you're both Faye's doing the 10K and you're doing the marathon and you're both fundraising for this. So anyone that's
Yeah,
listening,
it's the same. It's the same GoFundMe. It's the same link. The two of us will be just sharing it as much as possible and trying to get, yeah, as much as much as we can for Kevin Bell, because yeah,
and
so
you fundraised last year as well, didn't you?
I fundraised for the school I work in.
Yeah.
I suppose my thought there was you only do your first marathon once, so that was the reason I did my fundraising last year. Again, I work in a primary school, so I just wanted to raise as much as I could. Again, I think what I'm doing with it is in a polytunnel garden,
Oh yeah,
and it's kind of
brilliant.
the special needs classes that would kind of use a lot of that for planting and stuff like that. So that's why it triggered with me. I saw them out there using a smaller one that we have, and I thought, yeah, they're the ones using it. If they get time out of it, it's make it as big as possible, as good as possible, so it's long lasting, and you can have outside beds, mud kitchen. Just yeah, I've loads of mad ideas. I've just kind of started working on it now at the moment.
That's good because it makes it. I know we all have ambitions with marathons, and it's a personal goal. But adding that element of fundraising makes it even more, I suppose, caring. Really, is it's a nice thing to do. I'm feeling very guilty now that I didn't do anything like that. And
I really I wasn't fundraising this year, but
yeah,
I was asked, and like for my aunt, I just couldn't refuse. Like,
no, and it's. I think it sounds it's a great. Like I said, I think there's a lot of organizations like that are under the radar, and
mm.
I'd have had no idea until you mentioned it what it was all about. And I think, yeah, that's even more important. So that's brilliant. So what kind of races? What's your training plan on the build up to Cork? It's not that far away now. It's about five,
No,
6 weeks.
no, no, and that's the issue. Is I kind of started my training with about 9 weeks to go, 9 or 10 weeks to go. So
Okay.
I'm pushing to get up through the mileage without hurting myself. Like, I did a 21K last Monday night and got up Tuesday and couldn't walk between the pain in my foot. And once the pain in my foot kind of subsided, it has migrated to the right calf. So I really then thought that I was kind of finished. Become Wednesday, it was getting better, and then of course I had the PWC Monday or Wednesday night,
That's
and I went
BH.
out and I ran, yeah, BHA PWC, which was a great race,
Yeah.
lovely, even just a lovely route and a great evening for it. The rain held off, thank God. But I ran that, finished it, and just I was absolutely delighted. Like, even do my 25K tonight. I'm feeling strong-ish. I don't think I feel as strong as last year, but I'm getting up through the mileage to get somewhere close to my top long run.
And what kind of mileage or kilometers? What are you? Are you a mile or a kilometer person?
I'm kilometers, but I think just mileage is just a saying rather than
So
anything
how
else.
many kilometers are you doing a week? So I can understand.
I suppose this week I missed out in one 10K, so I was about 39, but I've 25 done now today, which is to last week. So it's, I think, somewhere between 50 and 60, hopefully.
Okay, yeah.
In
That's
the
not a
next,
bad place to be 5 weeks out.
I think 29 next week, and then I'll start going up to 32, hoping for 34. But if I don't get there, I won't. I won't be too stressed about it.
But
I,
I suppose there is an advantage. You've done long races, you have done a marathon, you have a bit of muscle memory, and you're not going for a time, so you're not going to be pushing it. So you have that advantage. You have,
yeah, the 5:30 to 6 pace now tonight. Yes, felt, and it feels more when you're passing the previous thresholds, like past 16k tonight, past 21k tonight. They feel easier than when you did them as your long run. So it'd be
yeah,
nice to get to next week knowing that or hoping that I'll pass 25 and that'll feel comfortable. And then you're pushing on to 28 or 29 or whatever I'll be doing next Sunday. But yeah, that as it gives that boost of confidence that there is something working. I am getting there. I am improving. If I can run 20 or 16 easier, 21 easier.
and I hope you're not going to be controversial now, like in other podcasts. You are fueling for this marathon, are you?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up. Yes, I am because yeah, I'm at about 90 grams of carb an hour. It's what I used for Cork last year. I hit about 36, 37k last year and I was able to just go and finish it at a 4:30 pace.
Yeah.
I think even a little faster in places. But yeah, like training, fueling, water. Yeah, like anybody to say that. Yeah, they are needed.
Absolutely. So that's 3 gels an hour, is it?
Yeah.
Roughly.
So what I'm using is Precision.
Yeah.
What I use the gel on, we'll say 20 minutes. On 40 minutes, I have the flasks. So 250 mils in them with one scoop is about 15 grams. And then one of the chews, so just one of them is about 15. So I have a chew and a bottle. So and then a caffeine on the hour, every hour. So yeah, that's my three then. And it mixes it up as well. So I'm not just taking the gels every 20 minutes. I have to choose with the drink as well.
So you will have 3 caffeine gels during a marathon then?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll have four juice bottles.
Yeah. I had the guy on from Precision, and he told me that it took 45 minutes for the caffeine gels to kick in. And I was laughing to myself because obviously there was a placebo effect. I was going, I almost take a caffeine gel and think, yay, I'm flying. But obviously
No.
I've noticed now since I've had that I feel it now in races that it is kicking in later on, but they are a great
Mm.
help. They're a great help.
No, yeah, I'd have one before I'd start the race. Yeah, I'd have a caffeine gel before I'd start. So it'd be, as you say, it should be kicking in then within the first hour, and
Yeah.
then popping it up every hour after that.
And will you wear carbon plates on the day?
Yeah, yeah. I'd pair Sauconys or Sauconys, depending
I think
on
Saucony
how
was,
on how you say it.
yeah, I think Saucony was again, I only learned that as well. I used to call them Sauconys, but yeah,
Yeah, no, Saucony. But yes, I don't use anything else. It's just Sauconys. I've got one pair of dailies, two pair of speeds, and one pair of pros.
and it's Faye is the Brooks fan, isn't she? Is that right?
She's just gone to Brooks, yeah, but she still has Sauconys, but she's after buying a pair of Brooks, which she enjoys. I think she may be going in for another pair, but I think for her, I think she's going to stick with pros for the marathon.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny, we could nearly do GoFundMe pages for shoes as well, couldn't we?
Yeah, very much so. I don't think people realize the cost of, it's the gels as well. It's the you're training with the gels as well. So it's not like you just pick up a few gels on the day and just use them like you're doing every long run. And like I would have done, I won't say research, but I suppose it is YouTube, watching videos and listening to different people, and it's kind of fellas saying that you should go over so if you want to use 90, you should be going over by a certain percentage during your training so that your gut is trained beyond what you intend on using, so
Yeah,
that when you
yeah.
come back it's less effective, or it's not less effective, it has less of an effect on your stomach race day.
Yeah, it is for sure. Like, I mean, I'm not I'm doing double marathon, but I'm still, if I'm running, like tomorrow, I'm going out for an hour and a half. I'll bring gels, and I'm just
Yeah,
gonna. I use Alter as well as my drinks mix, and I just train. And if I'm doing a session, I'll do the same, because it is, and you do notice that. I remember last year, every time I was taking gels, after a certain amount, you felt ill, but you definitely train yourself, as you say, and it's
yeah.
training the legs and training the gut and training the head even as well. Do you know? Yeah,
I will say as well, Faye is using Alter. She loves it.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
it's but like the important thing for runners, and it's especially people that are thinking about it, I might have a loyalty to Precision or to Alter, but
mm,
you pick the one that you like, and you pick the one that suits you, and you stick with it. Then that's the thing. So, what's the fundraiser info again? Because we're coming to the end, and the
It's
trust.
on GoFundMe. It's on my own Facebook page and my own Instagram page. My own name, Owen Wright. We'll find both of them. Faye will probably have it up on hers as well. But
Okay,
I'm not sure if you can go into GoFundMe's site and search my name, or even search Kevin Bell. I wouldn't 100% know that.
so I will link you obviously and tag you on the show for when the show is going out, and then if they go into your social medias, they'll find the link, and we'll put
Yeah,
the
there's a
uh,
link in my bio. So
uh,
yeah,
and we'll put the GoFundMe page on the notes of this as well. So that's nearly it. Thanks for taking the time.
perfect. Thank you, Patrick.
And listen, it's. I mean, I met you on the build up to Cork last year, and it was great. I found both yourself and Faye very motivating and very encouraging,
Thank
and
you.
it's wonderful that you're fundraising. Like I said, you're making me feel slightly guilty that we haven't done anything like that. But it is a great cause, and I hope that you can raise a lot of money, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. Because Faye's doing the 8 or the 10K, isn't she? And you're doing the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
full, and I'm doing the half. So we might meet in Clancy's
We'll
after.
definitely, yes, we'll definitely meet. It's yeah, sure. Look, it's always a fabulous day in Cork for marathon day, no matter what you're doing, or
Yeah.
even the supporters enjoy it so much. Like, yeah, it is a fabulous day, to be fair.
Okay. Well, listen. Thanks for coming on, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Patrick.
Okay. And that's Owen Wright, our guest on episode 38 of the Middle of the Pack podcast. I really hope you enjoyed that. We are going to continue with people that are running the Cork Marathon, be it the 10K, the half marathon, or the full marathon over the next few weeks. But for this week, thanks to my guest, Owen Wright, and remember, keep on running.